Hey everybody, alright, this is Matthew from Goblin Pile, and I've got the final video for you guys on the Ravnica Allegiance Rising Tensions free Mythics. Yeah, so sorry for the delay in getting this posted and put up for you guys, but I've had a lot of things going on in real life, so I had to put this little project on the back burner, but without further ado, here's the deck, and here's the card. The deck itself is creation of OperaSM. He's a member of From the Ashes, and this is his current obsession of late. So Experiment Kraj, it has Adapt 6, it's an ooze and a mutant. All you really need to know about this card is that those Adapt gems give it buffs, and the more buffs you give it, the more interesting abilities it gets. I'm not going to bother reading that text because there's just too much there. Then we've got Dragon's Horde. So whenever a dragon enters the battlefield, yeah, we don't care about that. There's no dragons here. At the beginning of your turn, convert 3 gems to your planeswalker's colors. This is Nissa Worldbreaker. She's a mono green, so it'll always convert to green, which is handy. Then activate 3 gems. This support will lose a shield, and you draw 2 cards. Next, we've got Zendikar's Royal. When you match 4 or more green gems, spawn 2 2/2 green elementals. Then we've got Assassin's Trophy to serve as some dual threat removal for creatures and non-land supports. Then we have Animist's Awakening. This is a great little fixer card from Origins. It converts a green gem to a 1-turn countdown. And whenever you match that activate or that countdown gem, it converts 5 gems to green. Additionally, if there are 8 or more green gems, it will convert 5 gems to green. So you could potentially drop this and have it trigger itself and just blow up even more. It's nice. Now this is the card that that Opera has chosen to focus this deck around. Balrek Clan Crusher. Whenever a creature you control gets buffed, deal 2 damage to your opponent's planeswalker. It's pretty interesting because the whole point of this deck is to buff your creatures. So he's constantly pinging your opponent and dinging him, which is handy. Arguably, I think he's more useful in this deck than Experiment Kraj, but that's not the point. So moving on, we've got Path of Discovery. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, it explores 1. Explorers from the Exilon set convert X gems times 2 on the board to this creature's color. Whenever where X is the amount listed next to the keyword. If it match does not happen, that creature gets plus X plus X. So that creature gets a buff, which goes back to Balrek here. Yeah, it's pretty neat little combo there. Especially because with Nissa 4 and the other cards in this deck, there's going to be a lot of token spam coming out, so Path of Discovery will trigger quite a lot. Alright, then next we have Status and Statue. Status is decent because it provides a blocking effect and gives your creatures Death Touch. You can use it because of Flash here, you can use it in your opponent's turn, which can put out some nice handy little indirect removal. Then you've also got Statue as some more direct removal because, yeah, it kills creatures outright. Then the last 2 cards here, we've got some mana generation, so there's Thunderherd Migration and Grow from the Ashes. Alright, so let's jump right into this. Get moving. Anyway, yeah, sorry guys for this taking so long. I'm taking some online classes and they're getting pretty gnarly. So I'm just working through those and trying to make sure I do well. Yeah. Okay, so we've got the deck here. Not a stellar opening hand. Definitely not what I would like to see. And I don't necessarily see a good match to try to take here. I might go, yeah, I'm going to go green, then black, and then white. Oh, nice. It got me a little more than that. Awesome. So if you guys don't have Nissa 4, Nissa Worldbreaker, you probably should get her. She's pretty fantastic. I really like her, and I don't like monocolored walkers. I just don't. So that is saying something coming from me. Oh, nice. Awesome. So we got the experiment out. Maybe we'll get to trigger some of his some of his gems. So I think what I'll do, I'll drop her first ability. Yeah, nice. So that's going to convert, and he's going to buff stuff. So this is what's cool about the experiment here. His effects are universal. Like whenever he gets adapted, every other creature also gets a buff, which is handy. So yeah, we'll do that and try to get another buff out there. Because I think at 3, he gets flying and trample. Cool. That's cool. Let's see. I'm going to draw 2 cards. I like her second ability too because it gives everything in your hand the ability to... Oh, awesome. We're going to get Balrak out. It gives everything the ability to hurt stuff. Or sorry, to create creature tokens. So that's cool. So we're going to play Balrak. There's going to be some nonsense going on here. Yeah, look at that. It's a fairly straightforward deck, to be completely honest. There's not a lot of tricky nonsense that's related to it. So, it gets the point out there, or it gets the job done without too much trouble. I think what I'll do now, I think I'm gonna go, man, because I really like to hit those blue ones. I'm gonna do this green thing down here and see what comes of it. Kill the dragon. Made a couple tokens. Yeah, oh, he took away my gem. What a jerk. What a jerk, Koth. Man. Sometimes I hate Koth. Actually, pretty much all the time. Everybody should hate Koth because it's totally... it makes perfect sense. He sucks. He's just crappy. Only because, of course, he doesn't help me any. If he did help me, if I was able to use him and make him actually do what I want him to do. Okay, so here you're going to get to see... that's enough of me rambling. You're going to get to see a little bit of what Balrak here does. I'm going to hit this blue gem, and he's going to deal some damage just because I hit the blue gem. Because all of them got buffs. So that's a pretty cool effect. It's... Yeah, I like it a lot. And then that's going to be game, as you see. So yeah, that's how it goes. It's actually pretty cool because there's not just one combo in this. There's not just one thing to focus on. There's different ways to win, especially because with Nissa Worldbreaker, she is a very, very punishing planeswalker to play against, especially for a monocolor. She puts so much presence on the board that she forces you to keep removal, to keep removing her stuff. Yeah, she's a powerhouse. If you guys don't have her, I highly recommend getting her. Definitely worth the crystals that it costs, especially because she's a monocolor, so it's cheaper that way. All right, guys, so that's the deck. Let me know what you think of it. Yeah, all right, and that wraps up this video series. Stay tuned to the channel. There's going to be a lot more stuff coming up with the Masterpiece Theaters. I've got quite a lot of things in the pipeline as far as ideas I want to showcase and decks I want you guys to see, cards I want to highlight that are particularly useful or uniquely useful, Yeah, all right. Thanks for checking in, guys.